The story of every city is the same. City corporations all across the country work zealously and tirelessly to clean their cities. The sanitation teams are up on their feet early in the mornings to sweep every street and lane of the city, then collect waste from houses and shops and transfer it for further processing. Many cities also sweep their areas in the night so that the citizens wake up to a clean city. But within a few hours, the city gets back to being filthy as citizens carry on their daily routines. They continue to carelessly throw garbage on the roads. And so, cities are back to square one with garbage all over the city again. The Swachh Bharat mission has been a war cry to involve the government and the citizens to clean up our country. The challenge of cleaning up cities has much to do with the mindset and attitudes of our people. While cities are engaging in various educational and informational campaigns to educate their citizens, be it through street plays or other modes, it is also important for cities to impose strict penalties and fines on those who continue to litter. Ahmedabad, Baroda and Surat, 3 cities in Gujarat, have begun to impose fines on people who litter to enforce the cleanliness drive. They also have established courts for on-the-spot resolution of payment of fines. Let's see how.
स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने.
One of the first cities to impose fines for littering on the streets was Surat, way back in 1996. Fighting its way back from a plague-like situation, Surat has consistently topped ranking lists of cleanest cities in India. Surat, the textile capital of India and the diamond polishing center of the world, is one of India's fastest growing city. The city almost doubles its size every decade. It is today the 9th largest city in the country. The city has done some exemplary work managing its urban affairs and especially sanitation. Apart from sweeping during the day, the city is known to be cleaned even in the night, after the city has slept. But despite this, the corporation found it difficult to maintain it as a litter-free city, which is why it then started levying fines from offenders. The city corporation framed fines for littering, depending upon the locality where the garbage nuisance was spotted. These fines would increase with repeated offences.
We have introduced collection of administrative charges since 1996. After the charges were fixed in the standing committee and our general board, we circulated this information via newspapers and channels. We have also distributed some pamphlets, some hoardings, and individually in ward-wise, we have arranged some group talks with the slum dwellers also. And people know that if we litter, we will have to pay user charges and administrative charges to the SMC.
The power to collect the user charges are given to the Chief Sanitary Inspector, Sanitary Inspectors and Sanitary Sub-Inspectors, who are usually on the field for work and to supervise the sweeping.
Every month, we review the performance of each and every ward allocated to the sanitary inspectors. The main problem for implementation of these administrative charges in some cases is people may refuse to give administrative charges, and they may argue that this littering has not been done by us. But looking at the garbage, we can find some proof that it is thrown by the shopkeeper. So this can be solved at that time itself. But if he still refuses to give administrative charges, we can lodge a complaint in the municipal court afterwards.
Since 1996, the corporation has been collecting around 1 crore rupees every year as charges. In the current year, the corporation has collected more than 2.5 crore rupees as fines. And the money is utilized to strengthen the solid waste management. Surat's experience is very long, and it has realized that over a period of time, the results are indeed there to see. Later in 2009, a similar measure was initiated by another city, Ahmedabad. In 2009, Ahmedabad launched the country's first sanitation mobile court dedicated to discourage littering. Ahmedabad, the commercial capital of Gujarat, has a track record of many successful and innovative urban development projects, setting an example for the rest of the nation. The corporation has redesigned and converted a public bus into a small courtroom where a magistrate conducts sessions on fining the offenders. This mobile court is accompanied by another bus which carries the sanitary inspectors of respective wards of the area. The corporation decided to penalize people for garbage littering, liquid waste being spilled out on the roads, and people caught urinating in the open, in accordance with the Gujarat Provincial Municipal Corporations Act, and decided the fines. The city corporation has also identified around 200 various locations across the city, where the mobile court makes a scheduled visit, each spot covering an area within a radius of around 2 square kilometers. So, every area in the city is covered at least once in every 21 days. The schedule is organized by the help of one head sanitary inspector coordinating the entire process.
इनिशियली जो हमारा लीगल डिपार्टमेंट है, सब लोगों ने गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गुजरात से रिक्वेस्ट की कि हमारे यूजुअली मोबाइल कोर्ट हर एक कॉरपोरेशन में होते हैं, लेकिन हर एक कॉमर्शियल एरिया में जाके उनको पेनलाइज करना, उनका चेकिंग करना एक अच्छा इम्पैक्ट देता है, ये हमने फाइंड आउट किया था. तो लीगल डिपार्टमेंट ने गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गुजरात को ये हमारे एक रिक्वेस्ट भेजी कि एक अलग से मोबाइल कोर्ट अहमदाबाद म्यूनसिपल कॉरपोरेशन में हो, तो हम लोग जो क्लीनलीनेस ड्राइव है उसको एक अच्छी तरह से हम लोग इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गुजरात ने ये अप्रूव कर दिया और हमारे यहाँ अभी मैजिस्ट्रेट साहब मोबाइल कोर्ट में बैठते हैं. मोबाइल कोर्ट को कहाँ पे भेजना, ये भी एक काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट रहता है कॉरपोरेशन के लिए. तो जो भी कॉमर्शियल एरिया है कि वहाँ पे वेजिटेबल मार्केट है, फ्रूट मार्केट है, एक बड़ा सा कॉमर्शियल एरिया है कि वहाँ पे गंदगी ज़्यादा हो रही है, काफ़ी सारे जो इटरी शॉप्स रहते हैं, इटरी बाज़ार रहते हैं, तो हम लोग जो मोबाइल कोर्ट है उसका शेड्यूल इस हिसाब से रखते हैं कि ये सारे एरिया कवर हो जाए. एवरी 15 डेज या 20 डेज में इसका रिपीटेशन हो तो हमें एक जगह पे उसका इफेक्ट काफ़ी अच्छे से मिलता है. इसलिए यूजुअली हम लोग 21 डे रिपीटेशन हम लोग करते हैं वहाँ पे.
At the visit, the sanitary inspectors go around, catching people littering, as well as shopkeepers whose premises are not clean, and give them official memos. The offenders are expected to pay the fines at the mobile court, stationed nearby on the day itself. In case a person fails to pay the fine there, he can pay it at the court's new location by knowing at what location it would be present from the main office of this court. An offender who fails to pay the fine can also be taken to custody inside the mobile court and kept for few hours. The fines are kept at 50 rupees for garbage littering, including throwing liquid waste on the roads, and 500 rupees if the shop owner's license has expired. And through this, the city corporation has collected a fine of more than 4.6 crores till now. Due to the memos shopkeepers receive, they now not only maintain adequate dustbins at their shops, but also try to encourage their customers to throw the waste in these bins.
We try explaining our customers to use dustbins, but there are some who don't follow it and throw it on the roads. So we do get notice in like 6 months, but this is a good thing. 50% people use bins, 50% don't, but it will improve over time.
Over these 9 years, the corporation has seen considerable change and the city has got cleaner. Even the people have started receiving these penalties positively.
मैंने देखा है कि पहले ये एरिया में बहुत गंदगी थी. दुकान में कस्टमर्स आते थे, कुछ भी कूड़ा कचरा कुछ भी कहीं भी डाल देते थे. लेकिन पिछले कुछ साल से जब से ये मूवमेंट चालू किया है म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन ने, उसके बाद ये एरिया की जो क्लीनलीनेस है उसमें काफी सुधार हुआ है.
The citizens are welcoming this idea, and like Surat, Ahmedabad is gradually witnessing the improvements. Recently, a third city in the state also utilized its power under the State Municipal Corporation Act, Vadodara, which recently did something similar and yet also something additionally different. Vadodara is known as Gujarat's cultural capital and is the third largest city in the state. The city has established a mobile court similar to Ahmedabad, and citizens are fined on the spot when caught littering. But the city has been trying something additional in its mission of Swachh Vadodara. The corporation has employed e-rickshaws that run across all the major roads for multiple times in a day to keep the city clean, as well as fines people caught littering on the streets. For denser old city areas, the corporation has employed tricycles to do this.
When we started Mission Clean Vadodara from 1st of July and focused on solid waste management, we realized that in public places and on streets of the city, it is not the intensity of the cleaning that matters, but frequency of cleaning that matters. Making the city clean is difficult, but keeping the city clean is even more difficult. In view of this, we realized that morning street sweeping, where all the public premises are kept clean, doesn't serve the purpose sufficiently, because say 10 minutes later somebody comes and litters, and that lies there unattended for another 24 hours. Somebody looking at it feels that corporation does not clean at all. So we decided, let us try something where, like you have security patrolling, let us have Swachhata patrolling, vehicles which will keep on plying on the main roads of the city, and wherever they find unattended garbage littered, immediately they will on one hand clean it, and on the other hand immediately wherever they can identify who has littered the garbage, they can fine and do penal action against the persons who have littered.
The city corporation has 12 such e-rickshaws that were partly funded under CSR. These rickshaws not only pollute less, but since they run on electricity, the cost of operating through the day was lesser.
For 12 e-rickshaws, we had cumulatively spent about rupees 15 lakhs, and all that came as CSR from various agencies. And against that investment, we have already got more than 1 crore rupees of collection, close to 1 to 1.5 crore rupees of collection of administrative charges.
The efforts have reaped visible benefits in the city, and it is much cleaner, making the citizens feel the change. While all these cities have started levying administrative charges on garbage littering, what makes it possible for these cities is the Municipal Act in the state that provides for levying of such fines. And these steps were taken by their own initiative. However, care should be taken to work out a penalty structure hefty enough to act as a deterrent, and one that makes citizens to pause and think before throwing waste on the streets.
किसी भी कॉरपोरेशन को ये मोबाइल कॉर्ड उनको कॉरपोरेशन में लगवाना है, वहाँ पे उनको ये ऐसी कार्रवाई करनी है. हर एक कॉरपोरेशन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गुजरात से एप्लीकेशन दे सकते हैं. उनका जो एक रूटीन ऑर्डर होता है, तो वो ऑर्डर इम्प्लीमेंट होने पे ऐसी मोबाइल कॉर्ड हर एक कॉरपोरेशन में लग सकती है.
The actions of these cities is exemplary at a time when even the Swachh Bharat mission mandates cities to levy spot fines on people found littering garbage and defecating in the open. As well as with the new Municipal Solid Waste Management Rules 2016 has mandated the local bodies such as the corporation to levy spot fines for littering and prepare bylaws for the same. And what these cities teach us is that keeping the city clean on a sustainable basis is the responsibility of the corporation as well as the residents alike. The responsibility of cleaning up our cities is also on citizens who generate garbage and not those who sweep and clean up after them.
स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर